Ahojte fanúšikovia, vitajte v podcaste MFK Zemplín Michalovce. Dnes sa budeme rozprávať s hráčom, ktorý ešte len prednedávnom do tímu prestúpil a svoju kariéru začal v akadémii Arsenalu, ku ktorej sa pripojil už vo veku 7 rokov. Veľmi rýchlo sa stal jedným z najtalentovanejších hráčov v mládežníckych tímoch, no a počas svojej kariéry hosťoval aj v kluboch Derby County a Bromley. Reprezentoval Anglicko v kategórii do 17 rokov a je oprávnený na základe jamajského pasu reprezentovať nielen Anglicko, ale aj Jamajku. V januári tohto roku podpísal 18-mesačný kontrakt s gréckym klubom PAS Giannina, avšak už vo februári po 5 týždňoch došlo k ukončeniu spolupráce. Následne sa rozhodol prestúpiť do MFK Zemplín Michalovce, no a s klubom sa dohodol do leta 2027. Našim hosťom je dnes Kida Taylor-Hart. Kido, hi.
Yeah, good.
Welcome to our podcast.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure for us to having you here. So, I would start how would you describe and characterize yourself as a football player? What are your strengths and in which position do you feel most comfortable on the football pitch?
I'd say I'm a creative player. I like playing on the wing, either right or left, or attacking midfield. And I'd say my most comfortable position is probably left wing. Probably my most comfortable, so I like playing there, yeah.
How did you get into football and what did motivate you to become a professional football player?
Well, I started playing football because my mum said that I got a lot of energy, and she wanted me to kind of put that into something. So she made me start football when I started football at 7, and then started playing for a Sunday League club at also 7 a bit later. And that's when I started playing properly.
How do you evaluate your time at the Arsenal Academy and what did this experience bring you in your next football career?
Yeah, no, it was everything. I was there for 13 years. So I literally grew up in Arsenal, and it's all I knew, and they taught me everything about football, because before I was at Arsenal, I didn't watch a lot of football. I'm not coming from a football house. Like, my family is not football, so Arsenal taught me everything.
Did your family involve you in some different types of sports, or it was just strictly football from the early childhood?
My dad likes rugby, so I was playing rugby a little bit, like tag rugby, and then running, like athletics, yeah, when I was younger.
What led you to transfer to PAS Giannina? What is the story of signing the contract with the Greek team and why was the cooperation ended so quickly? I think this is the most interesting question of your fund, because in media there was a mention you terminated your contract due to family reasons.
Yeah, well, I went to there firstly because for opportunity. I thought it was a good opportunity. They had a player, Miguel Aziz, who was at Arsenal with me. And I talked to him. He told me about the club, told me about the league, and I thought it would be good for me to go over there and get minutes. So that's why I went over there. And then I left because I just felt uncomfortable with the structure, not the structure of the team, not so much the team, but just higher up. And that's why I left. But it wasn't nothing to do with them as a team.
Okay, so what was the motivation to move to MFK Zemplín Michalovce, and what are your expectations for playing in our national league?
I came over here because I saw a top league, and almost the same as PAS Giannina, Ben Kochel. I talked to him.
I would like to ask, my next question would be, what role did Ben Kochel played in that?
A big one. He's like an agent, basically. Like, he got me. He told me about the league. He told me about the team, and just the whole structure itself. And he played a big role in me coming, because I talked to him almost every day before I came over here, and he was talking to me after training. He would call me and stuff like that.
So what were your first impressions when you arrived in Slovakia? Did anything surprise you, or all the expectations were fulfilled?
Yeah, expectations were fulfilled. I knew it was a top league, and my first game was Bratislava, So I've gone and seen obviously the big stadium, like beautiful facilities. So that's what I expected from a top league like this.
Was there anything that surprised you after coming to Slovakia?
The weather, how cold it is. That's it.
Okay. How did the teammates welcome you in a cabin? Here in Zemplín, we have a couple of footballers from the England.
Yeah, there's a couple. Jeremy, obviously Ben. Yeah, I think that from the first day, they showed me love, and it's just been the same ever since that.
Did you know anything about our country beforehand, or do you know, or have you heard about any other Slovak footballers?
What, the country itself?
Yeah.
Not really. I didn't hear until obviously I talked to Ben a lot, but before that I didn't really know a lot.
Did you know anything about our, I don't know, like national football players or football teams?
There was a player that I can't remember his name, but he actually came to Arsenal. From maybe was it this club? It might have actually been this club, but he was a Slovakian player and he came to Arsenal.
Okay, so Slovakia. Have you tried any Slovak dishes yet, or how do you
Dishes. I think I have, but I just can't remember the names. But I think on my first day I came to a restaurant over here, and some of the players made me try some of the.
So how do you like the Slovak cuisine?
It's nice. It's alright. It's decent. Yeah.
Okay, so how is your adaptation to life in Slovakia, and how in the Michalovce team it's going, your adaptation?
Well, it's a lot different. Like the environment itself is a lot different to what I've come from in London. It's a bit more like slow paced and calm, which I enjoy. I like it like that. And in terms of the team, I think that we've done well so far. I think that we got unlucky in the last game with the last minute, when they scored in the last minute. We had 10 men, so it was just unlucky. But I think that we haven't changed our goal of trying to finish as high as possible. So we just have to keep going.
So my next question is, what do you think about the level of the highest national league?
That's very good. It's very, very good. Especially the games that I've only played 3 games, but every single game has been high level and extremely hard. It wasn't you can't switch off. You have to stay focused all game.
Does this competition or kind of competition suits you, your football characters?
Yeah, definitely. I think that even if it didn't suit me, you have to adapt. So I think that's just part of professional football.
I'm just asking you because in just your third match for Michalovce, you scored 2 goals. How did that feel?
Yeah, personally, it was good, but I think that I would rather not score and win the game than score 2 goals and lose the game. But personally, it was good. It felt good.
How do you evaluate the training process, and what is coach Anton Scholtis like?
Yeah, he's very good. He's very good. He kind of he tells me to be direct, because sometimes in training he'll stop the session if I'm get the ball and turn back and pass. He wants me to be direct. So he taught me a bit about that, and he just kind of let me do what I do best, like take players on, shoot, assist in training, and he just wants me to keep going.
Do you find the training process, I know, physically hard or mentally hard?
Yeah, so it's hard. When I first came, it was hard. It was hard. It took me maybe a week, 2 weeks to kind of catch up to the other players physically.
What were your first impressions and experience with the Michalovce football fans?
The fans, yeah. My first proper experience was when we played the first home game over here, and that was it was good. But I expected that from the fans. As Ben, I talked to Ben. He said it's big fan base. It's the main team in the city. So when we played home, it was very
How
good.
do you perceive their support here?
It's a lot of love. Yeah, very.
Okay. Do you have any aspirations to represent England or Jamaica at the international level? It is said that you also hold a Jamaican passport.
Yeah.
Why? Do you have any roots in Jamaica?
Yeah, half my family's from Jamaica, but my dad's side, my dad's side, my granddad, my grandma, they're all from... I've also got my granddad is from Jamaica, and my grandma's from Grenada, which is also in the Caribbean. So yeah, no, definitely I've got aspirations to play for Jamaica.
Not for England, more for Jamaica.
Whatever comes.
Okay, so what do you plan to do after finishing your football career, after achieving all the football goals? Where do you see yourself, I don't know, maybe in some 10 years out of football pitch?
Hopefully just far, far away from football. I'm not one of them players that would retire and tell it to a coach. I think I'll just go and do something completely different. But I haven't really thought about that yet.
Okay. So what do you do in your free time, and what are your hobbies outside the football pitch?
Since being here,
No, I mean...
in general,
Yeah, in general.
not really a lot. I just like to chill, be at home, be with my family, or watch Netflix, just boring.
Okay. Do you like, I don't know, like, for example, hiking or knowing new places?
Yeah, that's something I would like to do here. But in London, obviously, there's no hiking.
There are various interesting places nearby. Did you have any chance to see them or to go there? I mean, like Vyhrad Mountains, Zemplínska šírava, Morské oko.
I haven't been to a lot of them, but I went to I can't remember the restaurant name, but it's next to a lake.
Yes.
Yeah, and then there's mountains next to it, so I was there on my first day I came here.
Do you plan to continue discovering the area of
Yeah,
Michalovce?
definitely.
Okay. Social networks. Pretty interesting theme to talk with you, because I would like to know if they play important role in your football career. On your Instagram, you have almost 46,000 followers, and among them famous football players like Bellingham from Real Madrid, Aubameyang of Borussia Dortmund, and many others. Do you know them personally?
Yeah, well, obviously I grew up playing against Jude and a lot of players, and then Aubameyang, he was like a older brother for me when he was at Arsenal, and we was under the same agency, so I was with him a lot. So yeah, no, you grow up as you're playing in an academy. There's a lot of players that you'll see now on TV that you used to play with when you was younger or play against when you was younger. So some of us stay in contact, some of us go and do their own thing.
The most famous sports journalist, Fabrizio Romano, also follows you on Instagram. Have you had any contact with him?
When I before I signed my pro at Arsenal, I just talked to him about when he's going to announce, because when I signed, he and like put it on his Instagram and Twitter. So that's the only conversation I've had. But other than that, he just supports me. Yeah.
The president of the club told me you took the very first plane to fly to Slovakia after signing the contract. Did you have time to pack all your stuff and things?
No, I forgot. When I came here, I actually forgot a jacket. Because, I forgot a jacket, and I just come with only tracksuit, but I got a jacket now. But yeah, I didn't have a lot of time to pack everything, but I just wanted to get over here.
What advice would you give to young footballers who dream of a professional career, for example, like yours, and to achieve success like you do in quite young age?
I'd say go wherever you need to go to play football firstly, because I think that and myself as well, I felt that sometimes you can kind of get stuck in when you're in England or wherever you are, you kind of get stuck in that you have to play in England or you have to play in the Premier League, but there's so many other places that you can go, and I think that if you believe in yourself, like in your ability, then just go where you'll play and things will just fall into place. Yeah.
Would you like to give them, I don't know, any advice? Or what is like the most important thing for you when preparing to some important match, or what do you find the most important in training process as a footballer?
I think that the most important for me personally, I'd say discipline. I'd say discipline is the most important thing, because as a footballer, you're gonna have 100 distractions outside of football. I think that discipline is probably the main thing that you need to just focus on looking and do what you need to do now that you can enjoy it after. Like, just focus on football right now.
Okay, thank you. Would you give any message to fans of MFK Zemplín Michalovce at the end?
Yeah, I'd just say that we're gonna keep going. Hopefully, just take it game by game, win the next game. Then we're gonna try and finish as high as possible, just like we set our goals on.
Okay, thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for having a talk with you. Good luck in Michalovce.
Thank you very much.
Tak toto je teda jedna z tých najčerstvejších posíl týmu MFK Zemplín Michalovce, Kida Taylor-Hart. Ďakujeme, že ste si pozreli aj dnešný diel podcastu MFK Zemplín Michalovce Dnes bez lopty. No a tešíme sa najbližšie pri tom ďalšom. Dovidenia a do počutia.